on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stud, no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell gamma stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You're my principal. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to slither by, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. C.J. Anderson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, here's Newton. Busts through the tackle, and the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. Fighting through it. He's Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, fellas.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Throwing is Newton. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
20.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. Newton now to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses will come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd down, Johnson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Darboh. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on second down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mayfield on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on second down is Newton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
From the gun, Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A second down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. First down, a run with Hyde. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. On second down, Hyde. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, screen play, Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to it, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
3 down. 3 down. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got that one complete to Darbo. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield underneath for Johnson. No gain, and it's second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. He fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? And for the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. After the run, Newton going to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats them on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start the drive with Anderson, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Newton on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And now running right through it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Come on now.
Handoff comes to Anderson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second down. Newton. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Third and long. It's Newton. Able to push it, and he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They'll give to Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go to Johnson again. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. And the blitz does come. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run high. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back. And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they? A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game. Mayfield to throw it, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Moore now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Checking in on Houston, it's in the fourth quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Handoff comes to Hyde. They find some open field here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
More now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver.
Sound